This is a travel vlog just for a day out in Barmouth area. We spent the night up near Clochainog, which is up in the hills back there, and we had some nice snow and everything. But today we thought, you know, it's winter time, beach resorts are normally pretty quiet, so we thought we'd drop into Barmouth, have a walk along the seafront, and just show you a little around the area and then where we're going to stop tonight. So hope you enjoy the little travel vlog anyway. Barmouth is a northwest coastal town in Cardigan Bay and sits on the mouth of the Morvac estuary and is shadowed in between the Snowdonia mountain range and the Cambrians to the south. January is a quiet month with only a few winter visitors and locals that normally frequent the town and the beach, whereas the summer season Barmouth is host to many visitors and especially popular with the people from the Midlands. Nice cold January walk at Barmouth. This is one of the bits that me and Tracy like to do, is to walk out towards the sea a little bit and then look back on the town, because it's nestled into the hills. It looks really nice. And she's pleased because she's not on film. Well, there she is. Yay. Also, a good thing about doing winter beach walks and everything is it's a lot easier for parking. The locals aren't as stressed. They're quite relaxed because it's the calm before the storm for them too. The sea that surrounds Barmouth is fed by the Gulf Stream, and this sometimes brings unusual visitors like leatherback turtles, and only a few years ago a sizable mako shark washed up. William Wordsworth, a visitor to Barmouth in the 19th century, described it thus: with a fine sea view in front, the mountains behind, the glorious estuary running 8 miles inland, and Cadir Idris within compass of a day's walk, Barmouth can always hold its own against any rival. We've just come round the corner where the I nearly went over then. That would have been a YouTube moment. If you've seen my video previous to that where we walked round to the Porthwen brickworks, I went over then and it was on film. But this bit here, there's no wind because we're sheltered, but Tracy says look how high the tide actually goes up here. And we were just saying, here must be a nice bit of fishing, isn't it? Just cast over here into the harbour. That'd be great for fishing. Yeah, it's quite high, definitely. Doesn't say anything up there about no fishing, does it? No, saying strong tides and currents, and it's dangerous to bathe in this area. So no, it doesn't say nothing about no fishing. So yeah, but look at that for a backdrop. Stunning, as I always say, stunning. Let's catch the wife up. Yeah. The town built its bones around the shipbuilding industry. Then, like many coastal towns in Wales, it's now well known as a seaside resort. We've just arrived at RAF Valley because we decided we wanted to come here during the day tomorrow. So we thought, well, while it's night time, we'll have a drive at night. But we've arrived here and you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that actually. No, it's not someone playing a piano in the rain. Listen to that. And the van is getting rocked everywhere, you know.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is awesome actually. Tracy says it's brilliant, and it is. But we're just going to have a game of cards now and chill out and have a beer and a drink. But look at this. Wind blasting outside, right? Won't see you, babe, won't see you. Don't worry. It's under control. You will not be shown in your jimmies.
Jimmy jams
I know, but no one can see you, Tracy. Look at that. Log burner on. Flames embering beautifully. Look at that. Look, everywhere is cosy. I did checks as well. When the weather's really bad, I do, like, you know, I go up here and do all like little checks, just seeing where we've sealed everything, just see if everything's still holding out. I look for little areas where, you know, possible water ingress and stuff like that. But everything's fine. Everything's working as it should. And you can hear that out there. Listen to that. Battering it down. Tracy is still not on camera, so don't panic. I know this is how good it is as well. Look at Basil. He's chilled to perfection, look. Bless him. So there we go. We've now arrived in Valley, so when you next see the next video, it'll be aeroplanes whizzing about. This is the first time we've parked down this bottom end of the runway. We were right up the top end. There's the runway just there, beyond that bridge. So we've parked here because we're going to get the approach coming in, because it's a big strong westerly wind. It's right in between the Anglesey Golf Course and the caravan park in the background there. But apart from the wind, it's not bad. A few cloud bursts and stuff. I think we might be better here for aerial stuff as well, you know, because where we were this morning, as they took off, they were away, you know. But here we'll get them circling, coming in low for the when they do touches, you know, when they do touchdowns and stuff like that. That was rather noisy. And that's where we parked. RAF Valley, or as it was first named for 1 month only, RAF Rosseniger, was constructed in the latter part of 1940 and opened for operations on the 1st of February 1941 as a fighter section station with Hurricanes under No. 9 Group RAF, with the task of providing defence cover for England's industrial northwest and the shipping in the Irish Sea. No. 456 Squadron formed at RAF Valley on the 30th of June 1941 and became operational on the 5th of September, flying Bolt and Paul Defiant. By November, the squadron had completely re-equipped with bow fighters, and these provided defensive night patrols over the Irish Sea until March 1943, when the unit moved away. As a result of many accidents in the Irish Sea, due to the number of training aircraft active in the area, 275 Squadron formed at Valley in October 1941, equipped with Westland Lysanders and Supermarine Walrus amphibians, and these performed AC rescue missions until the unit moved away in April 1944. The runways were extended in early 1943, and on the 19th of June 1943 the United States Air Force ferry terminal became operational. This handled American aircraft arriving from transatlantic flights on the European sorties. 11 Liberators arrived from Iceland on the 17th of August. During the winter of 1943-44, one of Valley's busiest days was on the 17th of September 1944, when 99 Boeing B-17s and Liberators were ferried in from Iceland. RAF Valley's United States Air Force ferry role was reversed as soon as the European War ended, with over 2,600 bombers passing through on their way back to the US for redeployment, each carrying 20 passengers and crew. The United States Air Force Movement Section closed in September 1945, and in June 1947 the airfield was put into care and maintenance. During 1950 many improvements were made to the hangars and buildings at RAF Valley, and on the 1st of April 1951 202 Advanced Flying School was reformed here in No. 25 Group to train fighter pilots, and this saw the arrival of the Vampire and the Meteor jet aircraft. On the 15th of August 1960, the unit was renumbered to No. 4 Flying Training School, which is still based at the airfield today. The first fallen Nat trainers were received on the 7th of November 1962, and many examples of the type were successfully operated for many years at RAF Valley. In 1967, the arrival of the two-seater Hunter helped to supplement the work of the Nats from numbers 1 and 2 squadrons. Just as the Meteor had trained the long-legged student in the era of the Vampire, so the Hunter performed the same role at RAF Valley for the fast jet stream pupils. The first BAE Hawks arrived on the 11th of November 1976, and this type is still in use by 4 FTS. In September 2017, a project to upgrade the airfield was completed. The project involved resurfacing the runway and linked taxiways and the creation of a new section of airside perimeter road. New visual aids, aeronautical lighting and signage were installed. A hangar was refurbished to accommodate 3 Jupiter HT-1 helicopters, which will be in use to train pilots from all 3 British Armed Services as part of the UK military flying school system.